Hey everybody, this is James. I just wanted to bring you some of the EVPs that we picked up at the Goatman Bridge. I went there recently with What the Paranormal. And I didn't take any pictures while I was there, so I'm just going to be using, I stole some pictures from Amy and Laney over there at What the Paranormal, and I'm using some crappy screen grabs for the parts where I don't have video. And also want to point out my neighbors are out in the yard with their kids, so if you hear something in the background, that's all that is. We went to Goatman Bridge in Denton, Texas on Saturday the 14th. We did not realize that there was some kind of Halloween festival or fair or haunted hayride or whatever the heck it was, but there's a ton of people running around over there, and people running back and forth to the bridge, and eventually a tour came through, and there's somebody with a megaphone, and it was just everything you didn't want when you went to investigate something. But despite all those difficulties, we actually ended up coming away with a little bit. So the circumstances were not ideal, but we actually did come away with a little bit of stuff. I'm going to leave links in the description to my video and What the Paranormal's video, as well as What the Paranormal's channel. They also did 2 or 3 live streams while they were there, so check all of those out. But if you just want the highlights, then we didn't get a whole lot, visually. But we did pick up a lot of audio. 3 things during the video I wanted to show you, and then going through the voice recorder, I want to show you a couple of things. This first thing is a video clip. It was right after we came across a snake. Now, as I say in the video, I don't do snakes. I can't deal with snakes. Apparently, Laney cannot either, because she turned around and started walking back and was not stopping for anything. Amy, who also does not like snakes, decided to hang out there and take a look at it because she thought it was just a little one. Apparently, Amy is also not aware that if it is poisonous, the baby snakes are actually more poisonous than the adult ones. Now this happens, Laney had taken off, and she had come back up and got up right back behind me. And I just jokingly said, just watch out, I'll run you over. And I said, I don't do snakes. And then just right after that, it sounded like a man laughing. Now this did not pick up on the audio recorder, but we did get it on the video. And I'm going to take each clip, the highlight of each clip, if for lack of a better way to put it, and I'll play it 3 times.
Come on. It's not that big, Laney. I don't care. Come on now. Oh, yeah, it is.
Don't get too close behind me. I'll run your ass over.
Mom, come on now. Quit being stupid and come on.
I seriously don't do snakes. Ugh.
I don't really like snakes either. Does she have to be stupid? Oh my God.
Okay, let's get move back this way.
I don't really like snakes either. Does she have I don't really like snakes either. Does she have I don't really like snakes either. Does she have
After we left the snake behind and started back toward that sign with the F word on it, back toward the bridge, there's a couple of times we thought we heard something or saw something, we'd stop, and this one time I picked up a whisper. Now you'll hear Laney say, is there anybody out here? And what sounds like a woman's voice, you hear this whisper, it kind of sounds to me like, who you asking? So you can give it a look and see what you think.
anybody out here?
Is it doggy?
Hello?
Is it doggy? Is it doggy? Is it doggy?
Okay, after we got back to this sign, which I don't know what else to call it other than the F-word sign. That's just this was my first time here, but Amy and Lainey had been there a couple of times before, and they had actually picked up a little girl's voice near this sign. I don't think we picked up anything that I would describe as a little girl. Mostly it was a woman, and this sounds like a woman here. Lainey thought she heard something behind her. We're kind of looking, and I say something about there were some people camping out there, of all places to camp. At least there was a tent set up, and I say something about, well, you got to remember there's people camping back over there, and you hear a whisper that I heard it at the time, and at very first I thought it was Lainey. I kind of thought, well, that didn't really sound. So I asked Lainey if it was her. You'll see me ask her. She turns around and says no, and then, like I say, I'll play it 3 times, and we got more on this too.
Y'all don't hear that ringing, do you?
What?
Well, you gotta remember there's people camping right over there too. So, was that you whispering?
No.
Okay. Okay, those first 2 video clips, I didn't pick up anything on audio. But that last one, the not Lainey whisper, it actually did pick up on audio. Now, the audio recorder, we were standing back several feet from it. I had the audio recorder sitting over there by that sign. And so we were back a ways from it. And it picked up the whisper, but it seemed like it was a little bit longer. It seemed like it lasted a little bit longer, and kind of sort of talked over the top of me a little bit. So it actually picked up the whisper, but it actually picked up more than what we picked up on video. And I'm also trying something here. When I just do the audio and I have a picture, I was kind of looking at that and thinking, well, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell when it goes from, I play it 3 times, it's sometimes kind of hard to tell where that break is, so I'm numbering them now. The invention of numbers comes in quite handy with this.
No.
Okay, well, the first 2 video things we picked up on video, the audio of the video, I don't know how else to say that, did not pick up on the voice recorder. We did get that one, and then about a minute after that last one, we picked up another one. Now, as I'm sitting here listening to it, trying to do the voiceover for this, there's actually one that I kind of missed. It sounds like at about 6 seconds, there's a real quick whisper just right after Lainey stops talking. There's just a real quick whisper right after Lainey stops talking, and then that's at about 6 seconds. A couple of seconds later, the wind kind of inconveniently picks up. So it's tough to hear. You're definitely going to need headphones for it. But right about 10 seconds, you pick up another little quick whisper. Not nearly clear enough to make anything out, but it seems like there's something there.
Hello? It's a plane. It's not there.
Yeah, there's a plane.
Probably.
Okay, hopefully you weren't totally confused by that last one. I think I've confused myself. This next one, okay, now this is kind of odd. I'm going to play this one for you. I'm not going to play it 3 times. I was going to play it once because it's kind of long. But just to give you an idea of something that was going on, you'll hear, at one point me and Lainey both heard what's not like kind of a ringing sound, just kind of ching, ching, ching. And we're talking about that. And I believe at right around 10 seconds, you start hearing like a tapping sound. It's kind of sounds like something tapping on the recorder or next to the recorder, one or the other. And like I said, this goes on it lasts for a while. You'll hear us talking in the background, and this whole time there's just kind of this ticking or tapping right around the recorder. Now this happened shortly after, of course, on that sign, I would put my recorder on the right side, Amy would put hers on the left side. Something shut Amy's off. Amy's just shut off all of a sudden. Mine works a little differently. It's got like a little slide thing on the side. You have to pull it down and hold it for a second to shut it off. And it almost makes me wonder if something wasn't tapping around, trying to mess with it, trying to turn it off or something. But I say just go ahead and give this a listen. It's just tapping, but none of us were anywhere near the recorders at the time. I heard that. It's like a chicking, something like that.
Yeah. We don't want any trouble, okay? We're just here to talk to you nicely.
There's somebody here and you want to tell us something. We've got these little things right here, one right there, one right over here. You can speak into those. They might not be able to hear you if you speak directly to this.
I'm gonna take some pictures right here.
I did hear something whisper a while ago. I thought
It wasn't me. I was about to ask y'all the same thing. Those are girls over there on the bridge screaming.
Okay, the thing with the tapping, that happened like 7 or 8 times in about a 20-minute span. You just hear this tapping and ticking right around the voice recorder. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of any of that. We'll show you, not show you, but hear you. One more with a lot of tapping. And you'll notice this one at one point the tapping gets really loud, or not really loud, but it's a little louder than the rest of it. And then right around 12 or 13 seconds, again, it's really tough to make out. And there's a lot of stuff going on. You'll hear the person on the megaphone in the background and all that crap, but maybe possibly a voice there. But I say this one's, again, I'll just play this one once because it's kind of long. Okay, and this one I think it's hard to remember because we went back and forth between the bridge and the sign a couple of times. I think we had left the sign to the bridge, but didn't stay long. We ended up coming back. And I think at this point, Amy was taking pictures, and me and Lainey were kind of back several feet away looking at the app on her phone. So none of us were talking. And I believe at about 4 to 5 seconds, you'll hear what sounds like a male voice, and it sounds like it says stop. And of course, I'll play that 3 times after, and it seemed like I'll have to get back with Amy. There seemed like there was one point she thought she heard somebody say stop as well. But I said, well, we'll play this, and like I said, I'll play the part with the voice 3 times after. Okay, this last one is the only thing from the actual bridge. I hesitated to put it in because there was a lot going on. We were, like I say, there were people there constantly making noise and screaming, and jackass with the chainsaw running around and all that. Okay, you'll hear me say I hate people. And Amy kind of laughs, says, okay, and I think you'll hear Lainey say, I think she said, bye, Ned, because they were still live streaming at the time. And there's just this odd noise that just seemed to stand out to me, because everything else, I could kind of figure out what it was. This one thing, not exactly sure what it was. It's almost like a hydraulic or something. It's kind of but I thought I'd throw it out there, and I've got it, so I'm here. Why not?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Bonnie.
Now, okay, on that last one, you may hear the, I think that was me. As I was trying to gather stuff up, I think I almost dropped something. I was like, whoa. But, okay. Well, that's it. It's, like I say, it wasn't great, under the circumstances, though. It actually came away with a little bit. It wasn't a complete waste of time, anyway. Maybe we'll get to go back sometime when there's not a jackass load of people there. But that's what we got this time around. So give it all a listen if you hear something maybe we missed. Of course, like I say, I'll leave links to the other videos in the description. Like and subscribe. Go to What the Paranormal, like and subscribe there. And of course, don't forget to look for the live streams. They do live streams a lot. I'm not sure of all the rules on YouTube, to tell you the truth. They've changed them since I started, but I don't think I can do live stream, and even if I could, I don't really think I have the setup for it. But they do a lot of live streams. Go check out their page, and hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.